let's talk about the differences between E-M1 MKIII and E-M1X. And I mean the features this time after the firmware updates. Hi there, my name is Peter Forsgaard and I am an Olympus visionary and a professional photographer from Helsinki, Finland. And let's get right into the business. The reason I'm doing this video right now, actually there are two reasons. The first one is, of course, it's interesting to see and kind of like put them head to head and see what the differences actually are now that there is a new firmware for both of these cameras, and there have been some new features, especially for E-M1X. And the second thing is that I am on a market for a new camera because I've been using the E-M1 MKII for quite a long time now. I have had E-M1X and E-M1 MKIII every now and then from Olympus as a part of me being a visionary, so I can get access to those cameras if I need. But I don't have them because I have a policy, of course, that everything that is crucial for my work I will buy, because I want everything or know that I have access to that every time. So there is no way of somebody, wanting the camera back, which is of course the issue. They are not ours, but we can loan from Olympus, the cameras, I mean. And that's why I'm actually now thinking of upgrading my E-M1 MKII. Nothing wrong with the E-M1 MKII, but I know that it's not as good as the two other cameras, but it hasn't been a real issue for me. No problem with that. And now that there are new firmwares, and especially because I do quite a lot of video work also for clients, not only these YouTube videos, there is a new format for video in E-M1 MKIII and E-M1X. You can record ProRes RAW to a Ninja 5 external recorder. And I just got mine, the recorder I mean, and the ProRes RAW is really interesting format for client work because the quality is a lot better. And I am making a video about the video settings and the ProRes RAW in E-M1 MKIII. And that is something that I really want to use, not in YouTube videos because the file sizes are huge. But then there is the between, because both E-M1 MKIII and E-M1X has the ProRes RAW. The new thing that came to E-M1X was the bird AF. And even though I'm not a bird photographer, I have to say that I really enjoyed using it and photographing birds with E-M1X and the 40 to 150mm f2.8 Pro zoom lens with the extenders. There's quite a lot of reach, and photographing birds was actually a lot of fun because it's something that I don't really do well, and it's really, really tough. And I wanted to learn new things, and that's why I kind of like that a bit. But for my work, actually, I don't really need that at all. And then E-M1 MKIII has a lot better face priority and eye priority for portraits, which is a lot more what I do for clients, shooting portraits, corporate portraits and things like that. And there, the face recognition, that's not face recognition, yeah, it's kind of face recognition or face priority is really important thing. And that works really well. It's remarkably good on E-M1 MKIII. So I don't know which one. If I only think about this professionally, then E-M1 MKIII is the one. But how much would I lose if I bought the E-M1X? Then I would gain the bird AF, which is a lot of fun. And that's a tough call because I can't buy both of them. There's no way I'm gonna. It's no use of or it's not wise to get them both. I will get either one of these, and the price is about the same. The E-M1 MKIII is 100 to 200 euros cheaper, so that's not a really big issue. The price difference is not much because with the E-M1X you get, let's say, you get an extra battery. You get two batteries in the price of one battery, in a way. So that's something to consider. And of course the E-M1X has a bit better weather sealing. It's not a huge deal, but I don't know if you saw my video when I was testing the 150 to 400mm, the new Pro Zoom lens, the huge white one. It was pouring rain, and I was there out 2 hours and managed to keep the equipment okay. I haven't heard anything that I've broken them because I don't have that kit yet anymore. And so in that sense, that is a bit better. But then also the E-M1 MKIII is a lot smaller and easier to carry around. So it's in that sense, I like it a bit more. But to be honest, I don't know right now what I should do. And what are your thoughts on, not what I should get, but what are your thoughts on when you are considering getting a camera? Of course, the price is one. I understand that. That's also for me. And if there was a huge price difference, that would decide it for me. But since there isn't, it's a tough call. And I don't need any kits with lenses because I already have enough lenses, and that's not the problem. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts when you are getting or considering a new camera? Do you need to have the newest and the best, or what kind of compromises you make? Of course, as I said, the price is one, but what other things are the things that you consider? Because then about features, and I think what I value are the features that I actually need, and then there are the features that I would like to have, and that's why I'm kind of in between. That should I get the E-M1X because of the bird AF, and the face recognition is good enough for portraits anyways. And also one thing about portraits with the E-M1X is that it's a lot easier to hold too, and it has 2 joysticks. E-M1 MKIII has only one, and I could have the battery grip, but then the hold is a bit different, and I don't have access to all of the buttons with the E-M1X and its battery grip. But with the E-M1X, that would be a no problem. So I've tested them both, and the face priority is better in E-M1 MKIII. That's for sure. So if E-M1X had the face priority like E-M1 MKIII has, then there would be no question. I would get the E-M1X, even though I've said that it is a bit too big. But the bird AF is so much fun that would decide it. So I will eventually show what my conclusion is, and I'm not asking you what I should do, but just wanted to make this video and consider, because the differences are like E-M1 MKIII has, like many times I said, the better face priority, and then it has the Starry AF, which is also a lot of fun doing the night sky, even though in Finland it's quite a lot of cloudy nights, so especially during winter time, so it's very rare that you can actually go out and shoot the night sky. So that's not that important for me, and doing the manual focus on star or the night sky, it's not that hard, but it is slower. And when I tested the E-M1 MKIII when it was brand new, the Starry AF works beautifully. E-M1X has the better algorithm for other things in AF, and it's more complicated, not complicated, but more advanced. Advanced is the right word. The AF system as a whole, except the face priority, which I've said many times that I don't understand why E-M1X did not get that. It's not about processing power, it's about differentiation, and that's why I'm in a situation that I don't know. I would love to have them both, but that would be too expensive, and there is no point of getting both of those cameras. And otherwise, the differences aren't that big. They both good cameras. The image quality is about the same. There's no big difference. And since I'm not going to get the huge lens, the 150 to 400 millimeter, so the 8-stop image stabilizer is not a big deal. For me, of course it's a big deal for bird photographers who will get that lens, but not for me. The image stabilizer is good enough for me in the E-M1 MKIII, so it's not that. But I need to really think about this through and make some kind of a decision here close before Christmas, but I will let you know. And if you have any comments about what other things I might or should consider, then please let me know in the comments down below. And especially I want to see and hear about your points about getting a new camera. But this was a bit of a different video, and here is a video about the new firmware that was introduced. But okay, this was a bit different. But there's something new videos coming up, and I'll see you in those. But hey, thanks for watching, and bye for now.